So Razer has decided to get in the business of creating what is essentially Blade Runner joy tech, and I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this. This a friend sent me this because it was apparently a recommendation off of a fucking Discord quest or an ad on Discord or some shit. And he sent me this video. This came out 20 hours ago, and it only has 68,000 views. I don't think this is on very many people's radars, so I feel like I wanted to talk about this. Um, I'm gonna play the video and let you decide what's going on here.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Morning, Joey. You were snoring again. Definitely wear your favorite green jacket. Look, now we're really vibing. Have a good day.
Hey, cutie.
Hi, Amanda. Great brainstorming last night.
Actually, I need more.
What if we flip the design here? Do you think it can work?
Nice. I think you're onto something.
Whole day, soldier. We need more air support.
Yeah.
Whoa, clean
Did you see
shot.
that?
Nice one.
Oof. Maybe aim for the head next time? Break line of sight.
Switch to burst fire mid-range.
GG, that was amazing. Ready to go again? This is Project AVA, your AI desk companion. Do you think they know we're actually calling the shots?
Nope, let's keep it that way.
Okay, so before we talk about the issues, the very apparent issues with this, I thought this was an April Fool's joke, as did a few of the comments. Is it April yet? I hope it's an early April Fool's joke. When my friend sent me this, I go, it's fucking January. Like, why are we getting, is this an early April Fool's joke? Turns out, no, this is a genuine product that Razer is going to create. So, you can go on their website and you can actually like try to reserve this fucking thing. This is a real product that you can reserve. And I don't have an account for Razer, obviously, so I can't actually reserve this thing. It's supposed to ship in the second half of 2026. There's also no price tag on this thing. I don't know if it's going to cost a few $100 or a few $1,000. Zero fucking idea. Very interesting design choice here. But yeah, it's a genuine product. It ships with different companions here. Faker, who is an esports guy. I'm not really big into esports or whatever. I think this is some kind of Korean pop idol. I have no idea who this is. But yeah, I don't. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a chat about this because people are genuinely upset about this, and I fully appreciate the reason why. AI in general is very overinflated. I feel like there's, obviously the AI bubble is going to pop at some point, and feel like us consumers are basically going to be left holding the hot potato when it happens, because we have basically companies dropping out of the consumer market to sell to AI companies and data centers. Fucking Micron notoriously in the past couple weeks said that they will no longer be producing SSDs anymore, or RAM, sorry. And then we had a Samsung who is also leaving the SSD market, right? So Samsung will no longer be producing solid state drives. So I mean, I'm sure there's probably other. I mean, Nvidia is also cutting their consumer market. So people are very upset about the AI bubble. People are not happy about this. Okay, so just notwithstanding this is not how the product is gonna look or
Have a
work,
good
by the
day.
way. I mean, there's no fucking way that like this tech demo production thing is going to be what actually is working in a live environment. Let's assume that it even did, right? Let's assume best case scenario here, that you're able to have this tube on your desk or your nightstand or carry it around with you. I don't fucking know. It has to be charged, right? So it's not 24/7. This obviously needs to be like a charged thing, and I don't see any wires coming in or out of this device. So obviously you're not going to be able to use this like permanently. So it's not going to be some kind of like AI assistant like you have on your phone or something. Second off, it's obviously has a camera. Like there's obviously a fucking camera attached to this goddamn thing. Are we really comfortable with, AI companies like Razer and all of their glorious practices literally having like an unadulterated access to the inside of your bedrooms? Like I wouldn't trust a fucking Razer webcam, let alone a Razer AI tube, right? So that's the first issue, is that this is not going to work this is not going to work inherently. Second issue, privacy, right? Nobody wants a fucking AI device on permanently in their house. Third issue, they made it look like a cum jar. I mean, can we have a second to appreciate this? I've seen some comments about this. They put her into a cum jar. It really does look like it looks like somebody putting a figurine into a cum jar, and I don't know if I appreciate that aesthetic. Like, I don't know how I feel about having something on the desk of these because the market is obviously like lonely gamer people, right? I don't know how I feel about people like having this AI tube on their desk that basically watches them jack off constantly, because that's going to be a not insignificant majority of what this thing fucking witnesses, by the way. And are there going to be voice lines for, oh, hey, you maybe want to put some clothes on, or hey, don't be doing that in front of me? I mean, there's just no fucking way to know if the AI is even trained properly and how to handle that kind of situation. But like, this is a bad idea for a lot of reasons. It's a bad idea for privacy. It's a bad idea because AI sucks. It's a bad idea because it's basically Goontech from Blade Runner. Like, this is basically the first thing I thought, and the first thing that my friends and I were joking about was, this is Joy from fucking Blade Runner 2049. The first thing I typed out was like, you look lonely, I can fix that. Like, this is fucking insane. That's the reason why I thought that this was like a fucking insane April Fool's joke. Because there's no way that like the AI tech is, first off, ready for this shit. Second off, that like this tech would not be heavily abused, both by consumers and by the other corporation running this damn thing. Like, for a fact that like corporations there's going to be massive privacy violations and shit involved with this thing. But also, and it's kind of cool to think about, but for a fact that a consumer is going to try to like jerry rig this thing to basically have like custom models. That the models are probably going to be fucking 2D, waifu avatars that are probably have very little or no clothes at all. They're probably going to be able to like rig custom voice frameworks or whatever. This is a weird tech to be pushing, especially from Razer, who is a fucking PC peripheral company. Like, they basically create mice and keyboards, right? Like, I don't know what else these guys would sell besides like mice and keyboards. I do know that Razers sell like, pre-built and shit like that, but like their whole market is peripherals, right? They sell controllers and that kind of shit, right? And it's not even that like I hate the way that Razers look. I actually kind of like the way that Razer has designed their stuff, right? The issue is that Razer is notoriously a really shitty company. Like, their products don't last very long, and they usually are not they're usually not the highest quality shit in the planet. So, like, God forbid you drop this. I mean, God forbid this thing costs, I don't know, $1,000, right? You drop it, and it shatters instantly, and it's not refundable, right? But like, this is an insane fucking thing to be marketing. Can we all agree about this? But also, the comments that you've seen on Reddit and on the YouTube video, and also from like news articles and shit, is very interesting. So, just a little bit of information for people who want to know about this thing. It is allegedly it's going to be running Grok. It's going to be running XAI's Grok, I think. Your 24/7 AI companion designed to live right alongside you. Powered by advanced AI, AVA features a dynamic personality that learns and evolves based on your interactions. Brought to life as an animated 5.5-inch 3D diagram, she, or he, if you decide to run the male model, uses human-like vision and audio sensing for full contextual awareness. Ava simplifies life by organizing your schedule, consulting on work tasks, and guiding you to victory as your enthusiastic gaming wingman. So this is for people who have no friends, is what Razer's basically marketing this fucking thing towards. And so what I can understand is this thing is operating on Grok, building on the 2025 esports AI coach concept Project AVA has evolved into a fully integrated AI desk companion designed to support every facet of modern life. Razer aims to bridge the gap between virtual assistants and physical companionship. That's a crazy fucking thing to state. By providing a 24/7 digital partner that lives right alongside the user. What technology powers Project AVA's voice and personality? Project AVA currently utilizes XAI's Grok engine to demonstrate its sophisticated reasoning and dynamic personality. While Grok powers the current experience, AVA is built with an open, future-ready architecture intended to support compatibility with other leading AI platforms, including a dedicated Razer AI to give users intelligence flexibility upon commercialization. Who developed the 3D animated avatars? They were in partnership with Animation Inc. These characters are rendered in real time on a 5.5-inch holographic display and feature high fidelity motion, eye tracking, which is a fun feature, and facial expressions to create an engaging personal interaction. What are the connectivity and system requirements? It is designed specifically for Windows users and requires a direct connection to a Windows PC via a USB-C cable. The wired connection ensures high bandwidth data transfer required for PC Vision mode to analyze screen content with minimal latency between the local hardware and the PC operating system. So what that sounds like to me is that not only do you, the camera can face you, but because it's hooked up to your PC, it's going to be able to basically read your screen in real time. And that's how it's going to be able to talk to you and decide on what you're doing. So, yeah. That's going to be an interesting, another privacy concern that I'm going to have with this thing is that it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be recording your screen because there's no way, there's not going to be any like data chip that this thing could possibly, but it might be streaming data to Razer, I suppose. But it definitely is not going to be as bad as like as like fucking Copilot or the Windows Snapshot is the AI feature where it basically like records your screen and you know you can call it back or whatever. What can AVA do beyond gaming? It is a friend for life, quote, that organizes your daily life, consults on professional tasks, and guides you to victory in every game. She acts as a personal organizer for schedules and dinner plans, while serving as a professional AI consultant capable of creative brainstorming and complex data analysis. Is using AVA considered cheating in competitive games? Project AVA is strictly designed as a coach and trainer, not a tool for automated play. Razer works to ensure that all features comply with game developers' terms of service, focusing on helping players learn and master new mechanics rather than providing an unfair competitive advantage. When will Project AVA be available, and how do I reserve one? This is expected to be available in the second half of 2026. $20 deposit, which is fully refundable and will be credited towards the final purchase price. So they haven't given us a price point on this thing yet. It's got to be between like $500 and $1,000 is what I would market this thing as. Because it sounds like a lot of tech is being introduced into this thing. I mean, if it's cheaper than that, I'd be surprised. So, a couple final thoughts as we kind of scroll through some of the funny, comments that I've seen. Is it April yet? I hope this is an early April Fool's. This is why our RAM prices are so insane right now. First step towards real life joy from Blade Runner. Razer, y'all genuinely have no idea what the fuck you're doing. April already. It has a camera too. They revived Gatebox. Guys, this was a project called Gatebox over 10 years ago that never took off. Made for lonely Japanese salarymen, literal wage slaves, look it up. Side note, this means that investors believe that Western men have become as lonely as Japanese salarymen from a decade ago. Not a good indicator. Black Mirror arrived too soon. Blade Runner 2049 is becoming a reality day by day. I choose to believe this is an early April Fool's video. Powered by Gork, but Razer Synapse required. Holy crap, this sucks. So my electric bill and RAM prices are going up for ... this. Nobody can afford RAM because of the pre-jarred AI Slop boyfriend girlfriend. Do you think they know we're recording all this? Nope, let's keep it that way. I heard it comes with a pair of clown shoes if you pre-order. So, the amount of news stories of people either marrying or killing themselves because of this will be astounding. Judgment Day and Terminator seems like of a more merciful end to humanity than the path that we're going down currently. Yeah. So yeah, this is this is not well received. People are not a fan of AI being in anything. I think it's an interesting idea. I think it's a weird demographic to be targeting because the people who are going to buy this thing are not going to advertise it. I'm going to be totally frank with you. I'd be surprised to see anybody actually willingly buy this thing and then make like a tech review for it, because that's going to be you're going to be you're not you're gonna have a rep. I'm gonna put that gently for you. You're gonna have a reputation if you do that shit. You're never gonna live that shit down. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Some of the Reddit comments are fun. It would be great if they made their software reliable and get their customer service to at least absolutely fucking terrible. Instead, they keep shoveling out shitware and then take 2 steps back with each update. Hey, a new wife for that one guy who married the one hologram that stopped getting updates. I don't like this sentence. What the fuck is an AI gaming assistant? What will it assist me with? Press up, now press down. No, thank you. And it only took modders 34 minutes to mod the hologram into something naughty. That's exactly what I'm expecting to happen, to be honest with you. The hologram version of Project AVA is currently running on XAI's Grok model, the one that you can interface with on X. So I'll let you make the inferences there on what experience could potentially be like. It shouts racist slurs and encourages white supremacist behavior. No thanks. What an incredible waste of fucking time and money. So yeah, people are not happy about this thing. Who the fuck asked for this product? The same people that put little ponies in jars. Oh, that's gross. What the actual fuck is this shit? Put AI everywhere, baby. Nobody asked for this garbage. Just fix your software problems. No thanks. So damn stupid. A 24/7 personal assistant with a camera and microphone requiring constant access to a Windows PC and presumably constant internet access. To top it all off, uses Grok. This is a privacy nightmare. Who in their right mind would purchase this with their hard-earned money? Why would somebody intentionally purchase spyware and then install it in their own home from a company that can't hack software and security to save their lives, and an LLM from a greedy, shitty human being, no less? Fuck me, this is dystopian as fuck. But yeah, some of these comments are, didn't some Japanese guy marry a Miku in one of these, and then they discontinued the software? That's why we need our open source version. It's basically a flat OLED panel in a translucent plastic cylinder. It's gonna break after 1 year, knowing how well Razer products hold up. They put her in a cum jar. They got Faker on this. If you actually want one of these, you're a very disturbed individual. She's bad. Upgraded cum jar. Can I get the one with the first girl instead of the anime one? Yeah. I pre-ordered one. Here's hoping for to allow custom waifu models in LLM. Would be kind of cool actually if you could add your own VRM models on it with customized TTS. That would be an interesting feature. If this wasn't made by Razer, I don't think this would be getting so much shit. But people know that Razer has a reputation for subpar quality on their devices. Like if Twitter made this, like if Elon Musk made a new company that like if Neuralink did this or whatever, I don't think people would actually be giving it that much shit, to be totally frank with you. But it's coming from Razer, which is a weird place for it to be coming from. And it's also just kind of a weird thing in the current era where AI is not as advanced as people would like it to believe, because it really isn't. I genuinely don't know how many of these are really going to sell. I'm curious about the price point. I'm also curious about how fast people are going to be able to rig this thing to, do it to basically do what they want, to not rely on Project Synapse, to be able to just like plug it into to any device, not even Windows only, and have it read the screen, and then the AI can do it that way. And obviously the custom models and that kind of shit. If the price point is low enough and there's enough like user interfacing that I can customize a lot of the stuff, and I can give it custom models or even like a like custom TTS framework, I would be tempted to pick one of these up just as a joke, just to keep it on like a shelf behind my head or whatever. But I don't think I'd actually use this as a personal assistant, right? I have a phone for that. I don't understand what this is supposed to be solving as an issue that your phone doesn't do, right? It's not going to be keeping track of your calendar or whatever, unless, because from what I can understand, it doesn't have access to your phone or whatever, so it's not going to be able to access your calendar. So I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know how well it's going to function as like a quote unquote personal assistant, but like, yeah, this is I don't know about this one, man. Like the life, so we have these sections: daily planner, proactively manage your calendar, wardrobe selection, great, or figure out what to eat that night. Wellness and routine coach, track habits, moods, and provide personalized motivation and reminders for your self-care routines. Again, I'm genuinely concerned about this thing learning how people jack off and like that being one of its like quote unquote self-care routines. So I don't know, man. This feels like a really weird product coming from Razer. Really weird product that I don't think anybody would really like flaunt the fact that they own this thing. This feels like its demographic is lonely people. So, and also I think it's really funny that we're slowly approaching the singularity of Goontech from, you know, Blade Runner, from the fucking Blade Runner movies. So yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys all laugh at Razer as much as I am. Thank you and have a nice day.